Is American democracy in peril? What happens when the fountain of truth is polluted with misinformation and the beacon of freedom is dimmed by authoritarian tendencies? Consider the year 2022, when Russian President Vladimir Putin, angered by the West's support for Ukraine, was believed to potentially target American democracy. The fear wasn't unfounded. There was talk of exploiting political divisions, running disinformation campaigns, and launching cyber attacks. The stage was set for a possible assault on the very fabric of democracy, and the call was clear: remain vigilant against Russian propaganda and misinformation. Then, there was the case of Republican Rep. Adam Kinzinger of Illinois. A vocal critic of former President Trump, Kinzinger was gerrymandered out of his district by Democrats and excommunicated from his party. He expressed regret for not voting to impeach Trump earlier and even hinted at creating a third party to bridge the political divide. But the question remained: would this be enough to counter the tide of misinformation and authoritarianism? In the run-up to the midterms, election officials faced threats not just from cyber attacks, but also from conspiracy theories that incited violence. The challenge was twofold: debunk false claims and ensure voter confidence. But with foreign influence campaigns, particularly from Russia, the task was daunting. The need for more funding and resources to address both physical and cyber threats was evident. And amidst all this, figures like Jim Jordan and James Comer spearheaded impeachment attempts against Joe Biden based on discredited allegations. This, despite an evident lack of factual foundation, underscored a shift within parts of the Republican Party towards practices that erode democratic norms and embrace authoritarian impulses. We've seen the consequences of misinformation: baseless claims about the 2020 election spread by Fox News, endangering lives and undermining the electoral process. We've seen the results of authoritarian tendencies: the January 6th insurrection, a violent manifestation of months of lies supported by Republican politicians and amplified by Russian agents. But we've also seen resilience. We've seen the enduring influence of democratic principles. And we've seen the power of an informed and proactive citizenry. So as we unravel this narrative, remember, it's not just about the division. It's about the direct consequences of falsehoods, about the threat of authoritarianism, and about the very core of American democracy. It's up to each one of us to stand against misinformation and authoritarian tendencies, to remain vigilant, to ensure that the beacon of freedom remains a light for generations to come. Because democracy isn't just about the right to vote, it's about the right to truth, to liberty, and to a government of the people, by the people, for the people.